So today we are going to discuss another question which has appeared in the exam of Cognizant CTS. So the problem statement is Jill works in a company that takes care of their employees very well. They make sure that the cafeteria is closest to the employees. The office floor is in the form of an n into m matrix. Each block either represents a work area W, it is represented by W, or a cafeteria by C. An employee has been given access to order if the cafeteria is in either of the directions up, down, right, or left to their work area. But if the employee's work area is not connected to any cafeteria, they have to walk and get their orders. Your task is to find and return an integer value representing the number of workspaces where the employees have to walk to get their food. So the input 1 is taking the number of rows, input 2 is number of the column, input 3 is the matrix. Now here one note is there that 0 in the matrix can represent empty blocks which are neither work area nor cafeteria. Okay, so if the number of rows is 4 and number of column is 5 and this is the input C0W, where W is representing the work area workstation and C is representing the cafeteria. So if I check that, if we see that particular 2D matrix, this n into m, so you'll be able to see that here there are several workstations are there which are not at the adjacent of the cafeteria. So if I check the first workstation, the adjacent, all of its adjacent indexes are not indexes, places are 0, represented by 0. It means that these are all empty blocks. Whereas if we check this one, this W means that this workstation, you can see that at the bottom only there is an adjacent cafeteria is there, so we will not consider this one. Similarly, we also not consider this one, but we will consider this workstation as because there is no adjacent cafeteria is present, like in the top, at the bottom there is no bottom in the, as it is the last row, not in the left, not in the right. Okay, so what is the output? Output is 3. Why? So I here the answer will consider, we will consider these many workstations, this one, and this one. So there are total 3 workstations are there, for of which there is no cafeteria is present in the adjacent blocks. But for the rest of the workstations, you can see at the bottom there is a cafeteria present, and at the left there is also a cafeteria present. Okay, so if we go to the second one, here also we can see that none of the workstations are at the adjacent sides of the cafeteria. So if we check the first one, it is also not in the adjacent side of a cafeteria, and the second one as well. So all it is this all of these are surrounded by the empty blocks only. So this is the thing we need to check. So as it is a like normal traversal, we just need to traverse the whole matrix, n into m matrix, and we have to check that if it is a workstation and if this workstation is or is not adjacent of any cafeteria. Okay, so I have written down the code in Java. So the main logic is we can do several ways, like I did in a way, but there is another way that we can check the we can use the nested loop. Here also I have used a nested loop, and after using the nested loop I have to put the conditions, like if it is a first row or the last row, like these are the corner cases actually. So if it is the first row or the last row or the first column or the last column, because if we check the first row, then we will not get the top blocks. There will be no top blocks, upper blocks. And if it is the first block of the first row, then there will be no left side blocks are there. Only down blocks are there, and right blocks are there. Similar way, it is the last element of the first row, then there is no upper right blocks are there, but it has only present there is only present the left block and the downwards block. So these are the all corner cases are there. We can mention these corner cases one by one. Otherwise we can do another way, which I have done. This is the pretty much optimized way.
Then I want you to have the most loved, most trusted prime materials for Cognizant, in which you will get all the recent aptitude questions, .NET, Java, Python coding questions with answers, then SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, communication assessment help, and mock test, free mock test and interview experience. Everything is available. As you can see, students are giving us this feedbacks 4.4 stars, and also you can see this is the feedback students are giving. And let me show you what type of PDFs you will get. So if you purchase this type of multiple PDFs you will get, and you can see this is the question and explanation are given, also previous year questions, recent questions, and also screenshots of actual questions are available there. So please visit topment.io/techno_uf. there you will get all the materials at a bunch. Okay, so the link will be given in the description box. Please go through that.
If I just show you, so initially what I have done, I have just entered the row number. I'm just taking the user input as the row number and the column number. Okay, and after that I'm just taking the values. Actually I have declared a string array, and in the string array I'm taking all the inputs by using a for loop, and after that I'm initializing declaring a integer variable count, which will count the number of workstations which are not adjacent of the cafeterias. So after that I have declared an matrix, 2D matrix. What is that? That is called directions. And in the directions, what I have mentioned, -1 0, this is representing actually the up. Suppose there is a index called this is the index. Suppose I am taking this C, second to the second row. So what will be the index of this one? The index of this one is 1 1. So what will be the upper of this one? Upper block, index of the upper block. The index of the upper block will be 0 1. So what I am doing? I'm just doing them I'm just decreasing 1 from the row number, like the same thing I'm doing here. -1 0. I'm not decreasing the column number, so I'm just decreasing the row number. So I'm doing -1 0, which is represented by up. Similarly, if I just go to the downward, so what is the exact downward index, downside block index? That is 2 1. Okay, so this is we are just increasing the row number. The same thing I have done, 1 0. Okay, and if I go to the left, here I will just decrease the column number, because at the left hand side what I will get 1 0. I'm not here decreasing the row, I'm decreasing the column, because this is the 0th column. Okay, similarly if I go do the activity at the right side, then I will just do 1 0. Okay, I'm sorry, the 0 1, sorry, 0 1. I'm just doing the activity 0 1 as because I'm increasing the column. Okay, so let's go down for the further codes. So I did this activity here. Now I'm initializing the for loops, nested for loop, which one is representing the row, another one is representing the column, and I'm just checking if ai dot char at j is equal to w. If it is a workstation, then I'll just check. Otherwise, I'll not check. So after that, I'm just initializing a boolean value is isolated true is equal to true. I'm setting is as true, and after that I am just initializing another for loop where I am just checking all the directions. So here I am just traversing this direction matrix, and I am initializing two variables ni and nj, which will calculate the upper, lower, right and left, all the four direction indexes. Suppose the initial index is 0 and 0. Okay, I'm just checking the first one, like at the upside what will be the index -10, and the downside what will be the index 10. And after that I'm just checking if at first I'm just checking the up first, or upward is -10. Then I'm just checking if it is inside the range of m and n. M is representing the number of columns and n is representing the number of rows. So here I have did row and column, so it is the under the range of the row and column. If it is not, then I will not check that if it is isolated or not. Okay, so similar way I'm moving to the next iteration. Then it is checking for down. So is it under the condition, under the limit? Then I will just check if it is if there is in that index, in that particular index, see means the cafeteria is present or not. It is, if it is present, then I will mention this is isolated variable as false and break the condition, break this loop. So I will not consider this workstation in our output. So in this way, after checking all of these four possible directions, if there is still the value is true, then I will increase the count variable. For this, for as per example, if I check for this workstation, then I can able to say that 0 1 2 3 4. So for the 0 4, the upward will be -14. There is no upper block is there. Checking for the downward, what will be the downward? The downward will be 1 4. So there is a blank area. Checking for the left one, 0 3. This is also a blank. So there are adjacent, all the adjacent areas, like the left hand side and the right hand side. There is no right hand side. I can see that 1 5. So it is out, it's like crossing the range, so we'll not consider this one. It is getting it will be blocked in this condition only. So for this workstation I can see that the adjacent, all the possible adjacent sides, like the left hand side and the downward side, all the blocks are vacant. There is empty blocks. So we can consider this workstation in our answer. So I will just so after checking all of the possible direction conditions, the result, the value of the is isolated variable will remain as true. So the count variable will be increased. So if I just run this code, let me check. Okay, okay, so it is telling to enter the number of rows. I'm giving the number of row as 3. Number of column is also 3. So there are total 3 into 3, 9 elements will be there. So if I just give W C 0, again W 0 C and 0 C W. The result should be 1. See, the workroom count is 1. Why? This is the only W work area is present where there is no adjacent cafeteria present. So if I take the example for this one, this one 4 and 5, let me take this one 2 and 5. Let's rerun this code. Okay, 2 and 5. See, for this one the answer should be 2 because WZ is W0 C0 W0 C0 W 0 double C 0 0 0 double C 0 0. See, the workroom count is 2 as because for these two work areas there is no adjacent cafeteria as present. So this is the question. So it's a pretty much normal and common question, like easy question. So if you have still any doubt, you can drop a comment in the comment section, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. So please subscribe our channel, it will encourage us to make more videos like this. Thank you.